Lift others. Competition is the biggest lie. Is it keeping you stuck? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 207 of our Supersize You annual challenge. Today and all this month, we're focusing on contribution and celebrating others' wins, celebrating others' accomplishments is a form of contribution. It's a really positive and powerful form of contribution, and then what we put out into the world comes back to us. So if we're celebrating other people's successes and wins, a lot of people think of that as, oh, that should have been me, or you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach when somebody accomplishes something amazing. And instead of celebrating it, there's this natural tendency to belittle it or just feel a little resentful. It's jealous, right? The green-eyed monster. It's just jealousy. And the truth is, there's no comparison. We're not comparing ourselves to everything they've been through to get the accomplishment and to have the win that they're having. We're all on our own journey. And if we compare ourselves to others on their journey, and if we compare their journey to ours, our subconscious is always going to keep us stuck and safe and where we are right now. Is that what we really want? Not usually in most areas and aspects of our life. And to me, contribution is no different. I'll see somebody made a multi-million-dollar or $1 billion donation to some charity and think, oh my gosh, that should be me. And then I laugh because I know I have no idea how did that person get multi-million dollars that they could just share it with other people and give it away. And then if we don't actually go and look at their entire journey, their experiences, we're not comparing apples to apples. And our subconscious will make us feel like we are inadequate, and it'll make us insecure. But if we celebrate other people's wins, it increases our confidence. It increases the likelihood that we will have our next win soon. I'm on a platform called School right now, and there are a lot of communities I'm in where everybody shares their wins. And I reserve that for my own community because I don't want to plaster my wins out there all over everybody else's feed. And there's different reasons people ask for wins. Some communities clearly ask for wins because they want more engagement and they want to take credit for the work that the people in their community are doing. And others, and that's coming from the scarcity mentality intent, they're just doing it for show. How often do we see that kind of stuff on the internet or online? I talk to people almost every day that are saying something about they saw this on Facebook, or they saw this on LinkedIn, or they saw so-and-so doing whatever. And they're not looking at it as oh my God, that's proof that I can do it too. They're looking at it as, oh, that should have been me. Got that little knot in their stomach or that little crick in the back of their shoulder. Did anybody else get that besides me? And whenever we hear that or feel that or see that, we want to nip it in the bud and then think about a win that we've recently had or that we're having right now. Most of us, we're winning a whole lot more than we're losing, right? But we seem to focus on the negative. Why? Because the media's trained us to do that for decades. Our world around us has trained us to do that for decades. And in order to overcome the negative programming and crap that we all have in our head and in our subconscious, most of which we're not even aware of, we need to practices and ideas and ways of combating that and reminding ourselves, if anybody else has done what I want to do and I see that win and proof, that is absolute 100% positive proof that I can do it too, that I can make it happen too. And if you look at everybody's wins with that perspective and point of view, all of a sudden your wins start to stack up too. If you don't believe me, I challenge you to test this today. Actually, I encourage you to test this immediately. So, excuse me, celebrating other people's wins, genuinely feeling happy and delighted and excited for them is the energy we want around all of this. I always think of a rising tide lifts all boats. And that is such a true saying. And if you can visualize boats rising and your boat's in there too, you're more likely to share and be positive about other people's wins and contribution. And the truth is, competition is one big fat lie. Everything that we experience ever is made up, right? It's like I've always been kind of a rule bender or a rule breaker, all the way back to being a young child. I started it as a young child. It got me pretty far, so I just kept doing it. And I learned that especially in corporate America, it was always better for me. It doesn't work for everybody. It depends on you, your skills, your personality, your ability to handle risk, your ability to tolerate feedback, positive and negative, etc. So take this with a grain of salt. But I learned that it was better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission, especially the bigger the organization I was a part of. And I worked for some of the biggest corporations on the planet. But it was always better. And did I make mistakes? Yeah. Did I make the wrong calls? Sometimes, sure. I'm human just like everyone else. And then I fixed it, right? If I made something worse, I fixed it and made sure that we fixed it and did a better method the next time to break the rule. But it's the same thing. Rules, it's all made up. Everything is made up. And when you have that, you realize everything's a game, and we take ourselves and other people a whole lot less seriously. So today, what are we going to do? I challenge you to compliment, honestly, sincerely compliment at least 3 people today. Now, I just do this automatically. It's just part of who I am. And I am genuinely so delighted and excited for everybody who has wins. But I will tell you, I joined a coaching program probably 3 months back now. And a huge part of that community is sharing wins. Wins big and wins small. And every time I am feeling like I'm struggling with implementing things in that program, I go to that site and I just read the wins posts. I just read the wins posts. Why? Because I celebrate each and every one of them, and it's proof to me all these people have been through the exact same process that I'm struggling through right now. And if I struggle through it and I refuse to quit, I will have similar success. Maybe not as successful as some of the most incredible goats we have in there, but it shows me and excites me to know that it's possible. If it's possible for them, it's possible for me. If it's possible for me, it sure as heck is possible for you. So, celebrate 3 people's wins. I want to celebrate one right now, right here. I want to celebrate a woman by the name of Marge Rhodes. She has a community on the school platform that I'm on, and I'm in her community, called the Burnout Recovery Studio. And I love it because, as you may or may not know, I had a sudden cardiac arrest a while back due to being burned out. Now, I would not have used the term burnout. I would not have said I was burnt out. I would have just said this, and this are totally chaotic, out of whack, and I don't know what to do about them. And I will tell you, if you say something like that to yourself often enough, even on a subconscious level, guess what will happen? You'll shut down, literally and physically. You will shut down. So I don't recommend it. But Marge and her community is one that I love to go to. She's a hypnotist, a very gifted hypnotist, and she shares strategies and techniques. She's doing a really fun thing with bingo cards right now, where burnout, with respect to burnout, self-care, boundaries, things like that. And it's just really fun to do the things on the bingo cards and try to get a bingo. Why? Because bingo's fun. All right, so shout out to Marge. All right, if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, 3 people, 3 compliments. See how it makes you feel. If it makes you feel woohoo, then you're doing it right. If it makes you feel a little uncomfortable, that means we're coming from a scarcity mentality, and nobody can fix that but you. All right, if I can help you, ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Except, stop, wait. I forgot the R in our super framework. We are on the R in our super framework, and R stands for review or continuously improve, and continue doing what's working, stop doing what isn't working, add or continue doing what is working. And when you get something that works, double, triple, quadruple down on it and just do more of it. Why do I participate in other people's communities and comment and post and things? Well, because I want to encourage them, and it makes me feel good. And I can see how other people are winning in all different ways, all in the same type of a location and platform, all doing the same type of thing, but in different areas and serving different people. And everybody gets to succeed. There's plenty of pie to go around for everyone. So today, review your super framework so far, review the results you've gotten, review the steps you took or step you took yesterday to execute on your plan to fill the gap between where you are and where you want to be. All right, have a great day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow. If you need help with this, ask.